Could an engine actually be worse than walking? There are some engines out there that make you feel like owning a vehicle is not worth it. These mechanical nightmares were so unreliable, so poorly designed, and so sure to failure that they barely made it past their break-in period. Today, we are going to talk about the 10 worst engines ever made. Also, comment on whatever you feel we may have missed. 10th, Rover K-Series, 1.1 liters to 2.0 liters. We're starting with the Rover K-Series engine. From 1989 to 2005, many Rover MGs and Lotus cars used this engine. At first, it seemed pretty good because it was lightweight and had decent power, but they quickly found it unreliable. The biggest problem with the K-Series was its overheating. Poor cooling systems and head gaskets would often leak coolant. The K-Series also burns a lot of oil, and the head gaskets tend to fail and make a lot of noise. It was a real pain for car owners and mechanics. Some cars with this engine included the Rover 200, 400, 800, MGF, TF, Lotus Elise, and Exige. 9GM 2.4L Ecotec, 2006 to 2010. Next on engine failures is General Motors' 2.4-liter Ecotec engine. This four-cylinder power plant was designed with positive aspirations. GM aimed to enhance fuel efficiency, reduce expenses for drivers on gasoline, and promote eco-friendliness by minimizing emissions. Sadly, despite achieving some of those objectives, it also became a significant annoyance for countless owners because of its inconsistency. The primary problem with the 2.4-liter Ecotec was its huge oil consumption. This led to owners needing to frequently check their oil levels and top off their oil between standard oil changes, which turned out to be both bothersome and expensive. Moreover, the timing chain, which plays a crucial role in managing engine timing, faced its own set of challenges. As if that were not enough, the 2.4-liter Ecotec gained a reputation for suffering from piston slap, a scenario where the pistons produce a banging noise due to excessive wear. This particular engine appeared in a list of well-liked GM vehicles, such as everyday cars like the Chevrolet Malibu and HHR, SUVs like the Chevrolet Equinox and Saturn Vue, and even sporty models like the Pontiac G6 and Solstice. So to sum it up, the 2.4-liter Ecotec had good intentions, but ended up as a real headache for so many drivers. 8. Subaru EJ25, 2.5 liters. Ever heard of a boxer engine? That's what Subaru calls their unique flat-four design, where the cylinders are arranged horizontally, like the fists of a boxer. The EJ25 is one of their most infamous engines, known for both its performance and its problems. This 2.5-liter engine was a major part of many Subaru models from the 1990s to the 2000s. The EJ25's biggest downfall was its head gaskets. These gaskets seal the connection between the engine's cylinder head and the engine block, preventing coolant and oil from mixing. In the EJ25, these gaskets were prone to failing, leading to coolant leaks, overheating, and potentially serious engine damage if not addressed quickly. This engine was put in an array of best-selling Subarus, including the Subaru Impreza, WRX, and STI, sport performance icons, to pricier variants that were more family-oriented, such as legacy sedans and Foresters. 7. Saturn 1.9 liters, 1991 to 2002. Let's take a look at the Saturn 1.9-liter engine. Saturn was supposed to be a special car company that was affordable and focused on customer service, but its 1.9-liter engine was certainly not exceptional in a good way. Found in Saturn models throughout the 1990s, this four-cylinder engine was intended to be a reliable and efficient workhorse, but in the end, anything but. The 1.9-liter engine has had several problems. The head gasket was failing, as described earlier in the Subaru, causing the coolant to leak and overheat. But oil leaks and head gasket failures were just the tip of the iceberg. This engine seemed to have a knack for needing one-on-one maintenance. Internal components such as piston rings and bearings would wear out easily, leading to reduced engine potential, increased oil consumption, and, in extreme cases, complete engine failure. This problematic engine was found in the S-Series, L-Series, Vue, and many other Saturn models. 6. BMW N47 2.0-liter diesel. Searching for a diesel motor to steer clear of? Well, look no further. The BMW N47 is your answer. Traditionally, BMW shined with its seamless and polished diesel engines. However, the N47 destroyed that reputation. Its notorious flaw? The timing chain. Unlike various engines featuring robust timing chains up front, guess what? The N47's chain hid at the back, making it a nightmare to access. Try repairing or swapping it? Oh, what a costly work. The timing chain wasn't the sole issue. The N47 also filled with troublesome fuel injectors, swirl flaps, and turbochargers. The fuel injectors, crucial for delivering fuel precisely to the cylinders, often fail early, causing lackluster performance, rising emissions, and potential engine wreckage. This troublesome engine appeared in several beloved BMW models, such as the 1 Series, 3 Series, 5 Series, X1 and X3, 5th generation 3.6-liter, high-feature 5.6, 2008 to 2012. General Motors pops up again with their 3.6-liter, high-feature V6. This engine, found in a variety of GM rides from 2008 to 2012, aimed to be powerful and efficient for larger cars and SUVs. From family sedans to sporty coupes, yes, it did it all. However, despite its bold promises, it changed into a costly headache for many. The 3.6-liter high-feature 5.6 battled a particularly nasty problem: timing chain troubles. Just like the BMW N47, the timing chain, which syncs the engine's valves and pistons, faced stretching and, horror of horrors, braking. It also had to deal with failing water pumps, leading to overheating. And guess what? The 3.6-liter chugged oil like a thirsty traveler, requiring constant top-ups between changes. This was due to worn piston rings or valve seals, causing extra wear on the engine. This engine graced several popular GM rides, including the Chevrolet Camaro, Equinox, Traverse, Buick LaCrosse, Enclave, and GMC Acadia and Terrain. 4. Ford Triton, 6.4 liters. Power Stroke Diesel, 2008 to 2010. This one's for the diesel fans out there. The Ford Triton 6.4-liter Power Stroke diesel engine, found in Ford Super Duty trucks from 2008 to 2010, promised impressive power and towing capabilities. It was designed for heavy-duty, towing vehicles and heavy-duty applications. One of the biggest issues with the 6.4-liter Power Stroke is its emission system. To meet stricter emission standards, Ford equipped this engine with a complex system that included a diesel particulate filter and an exhaust gas recirculation cooler. While these components were intended to reduce emissions, they also caused many problems. Third Cadillac 4.1-liter V8, 1982 to 1986. Now let's talk about an engine that truly lived up to its Cadillac name in all the wrong ways. Introduced in 1982, the Cadillac 4.1-liter V8 was intended to be a small, efficient engine for the reduced luxury cars. In the 1970s and 1980s, automakers downsized their vehicles to improve fuel economy in response to higher gas prices and tighter fuel economy standards. And Cadillac, known for its more powerful V8 engines, needed a smaller engine to compete. But instead of doing well, the 4.1-liter V8 was a huge flop. Many problems plagued this engine, including poor valve direction, premature camshaft wear, and a tendency to overheat. The valve guides help keep the valves smooth on the cylinder heads. If damaged, they can cause oil leaks and reduce performance. However, the most notorious issue is its V8-6-4 cylinder deactivation system. So what was this cylinder deactivation? It's a technology that shuts down some of the cylinders in an engine when they're not needed, such as during cruising or light acceleration. In the 4.1-liter V8, this system was designed to shut down 2 or 4 cylinders under light load conditions to improve fuel economy. However, it was incredibly unreliable and often caused more problems than it solved. This engine was used in several Cadillac models, including the Seville, Eldorado, and DeVille. 2. Oldsmobile Diesel 5.7L V8, 1978-1985. Now for the Oldsmobile 5.7L diesel V8 engine. This engine was used from 1978 to 1985. It was supposed to be a good alternative to gasoline engines. but it was a complete disaster. The Oldsmobile diesel was essentially a converted gasoline engine, and that's where the problems began. Instead of designing a diesel engine from the ground up, Oldsmobile took their existing gasoline V8 and modified it to run on diesel fuel. The engine block wasn't designed to handle the higher compression and stresses of a diesel engine, leading to cracked blocks, head bolt failures, and a lot of other issues. This engine found its way into various Oldsmobile models, including the Cutlass, Delta 88, and 98, as well as some Cadillac and Chevrolet models. First Triumph. Stag 3.0-liter, Phi 8, 1970 to 1977. And then for the grand finish, the engine that takes the crown as the worst of the worst is the Triumph Stag 3.0-liter V8. The engine found in the Triumph Stag Grand Tourer from 1970 to 1977 was intended to be the sleek and powerful heart of the British luxury car. The Stag V8 was full of problems. Problems include overheating, worn head gaskets, oil leaks, frequent drop connections, severe engine damage. Overheating was a common problem, and improperly designed cooling was often the tendency for engine coolant leaks. The head gasket was also prone to failure, causing coolant leaks, overheating, and possible engine damage. Oil leaks were another common issue, causing a mess and potentially damaging the engine if not dealt with quickly. This engine ruined the design and handling of the great Triumph Stag. And there you have it, the top 10 worst car engines of all time. These engines remind us that even the most well-intentioned designs can sometimes go horribly wrong. Hopefully, this will help you avoid these troublesome engines and make informed decisions when buying a car. If we have forgotten any engine, please say so in the comment section. Also, subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on any of our episodes.